Hi. This morning we're going to study the theory for epilepsy. Okay. Now, if you come to the book here, this is the part that we're doing. If you see here's C, it says C, and it's epilepsy, right? And the page is 206. If you come to the page right here, 206, right? And now let me describe this again. 207 is the page number where the exercises are, and the exercises that deal with epilepsy are 03, 05, 04, and 06, 4 exercises. This is the title of this section, epilepsy, and this is the code where this theory is located. So if you want to watch this video first a couple of times so you understand what we're doing here, okay? All right, now there's a few things to explain real quick about epilepsy. In first place, epilepsy is a very serious condition. You just don't code epilepsy. At any mention of seizures or convulsions, don't code epilepsy. It has to be very specific. Why is it serious? Because there are legal personal implications. For instance, if you code somebody with epilepsy, and then that person might not be able to drive. So you got to be very careful that you are identifying epilepsy when it is epilepsy, not just a convulsion or seizures. Now, there are just two ways of identifying whether it is epilepsy or not. When the diagnostic statement says epilepsy, of course you have to call it epilepsy. Now, when the diagnostic statement says seizure disorder, these two words, seizure disorder, not just seizure, but seizure disorder, that's also epilepsy. When it says recurrent seizures, that's also epilepsy. And then you code it as epilepsy. Now, when the diagnostic statement says only convulsions, nothing else, just convulsions, or when it says just seizures, no other word, it doesn't say disorder or recurrent, just seizures, that's not epilepsy. That's unspecified convulsions. All right? Now, if it's epilepsy, come here to the table. If it's epilepsy, then the code is G40 for all epilepsies, and there's a fourth and fifth or sixth character according to the condition, right? If it's unspecified convulsions, the code is R56, and there's maybe a fourth or a fifth character, I think, that you have to complete according to the situation. The last part is that this word intractable. Intractable is not in the book, but intractable means also resistant to treatment, poorly controlled, or refractory. So if you see these words or these phrases instead of intractable, that's what it means, intractable. Okay, because at one point it's gonna ask whether it's intractable or not intractable. You have to change the code. And that's why you have to learn this definition. Okay, now since this is theory, we have prepared the electronic flashcard, and I'm gonna grab the camera while Stephanie prepares the website. Let me give you the shot again of the theory here, epilepsy, from the book. Let me try see if I can focus it so you can read it from the screen. But it's much better if you buy the book. Can you show the cover of the book just in case so they know which book we're talking about? This is the cover of the book, and you just can go to Amazon.com, or we have a link here also if you click at the bottom where you can buy it from here. But we advise you to just buy this book, and then you can follow it at your own leisure, you know. Okay, open the page again. There you go, and this is epilepsy again. And we're doing page 206, right? And the code book looks more or less here for epilepsy unspecified. You see the G40 there, and 0.90, and then the other one, 0.91. Those are the types of epilepsy unspecified. All right, now we're going to do the flashcards. This is after you read the theory, okay? You have to read the theory first. You can pause it and read it on your screen, or you can open your book and read it. And after you do that, this is like a little quiz that we're going to do it. Okay, and now the first three questions, I am going to read the question, and Stephanie's going to read the answer. The next three questions, we're going to reverse that. And the last questions, we're going to have the computer do both the reading, the question, and the answer. Okay, let's go. 1. A sudden increase in the intensity of a disease that occurs periodically is called AP.
Paroxysm.
Paroxysm. Okay, next. Coders should not assume that any description of convulsions or seizures is E.
Epilepsy.
Epilepsy. 3. Convulsions or seizures also occur in other diseases, such as brain tumor, cerebral vascular accident, alcoholism, electrolyte imbalance, and F conditions.
Febrile.
Febrile. Now we're going to switch.
4. Grand mal seizure is usually caused by epilepsy. However, it can also be triggered by low blood sugar, HF, or stroke.
High fever.
5. Coding epilepsy can have serious implications for the patient, so do not code it as epilepsy unless the physician clearly said so in the DS.
Diagnostic statement.
6. If the diagnostic statement only uses the words convulsion or seizures, don't code it as epilepsy, but as UC.
Unspecified convulsions. Okay? Now the machine is going to do the reading of the question and the answer for you. Go.
7. If the doctor mentions a history of seizure, do not quote it unless the doctor responds to a query saying that SC should be added. Seizure code. 8. If the diagnostic statement says seizure disorder and recurrent seizures, coded as E. Epilepsy. 9. If the diagnostic statement says seizures only, don't code it as epilepsy but SUC. Unspecified convulsions. 10. For epilepsy unspecified, there is a fourth character that identifies whether the epilepsy is I. Intractable. 11. For epilepsy unspecified, there is a fifth character that identifies whether SC is present. Status epilepticus.
Okay, those were the 11 questions. And again, if you didn't get all the answers right, just watch the video again. And if you subscribe to our Facebook group, we can give you access to the electronic flashcards, so you can use it, the actual website, on your own. Okay. Now there's in the description there's a way to subscribe to our Facebook group, and you're welcome to do it. Thank you.